Hello.
So,
Uh,
welcome to your first session. How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine. How about you, man?
I'm doing well, thank you. So, are you excited to be here?
Yes, I was looking for a notebook, so that's why I'm a little late.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So with that in mind, were you able to procure a notebook?
Yes, I did.
Hell yeah. So,
I'm ready.
all right. So, there are a bunch of things that you mentioned that you would like to improve upon. I think that the other thing, like the big one, I believe, was staying focused, though. So, since we last spoke, um, you said that you tried the tournament with no headphones, and it was a daunting task. Can you tell me a little bit about what happened there? Like how what your experience of playing without headphones is like.
Um, when I play without headphones, okay, so usually when I play with headphones, I like to use whatever music I'm playing with as sort of like tempo, I guess, when I play. So it usually helps me like uh stay at a certain pace when I press my buttons, but like without it, I I guess I get lost a little bit more. I when I was trying to do it without it. Um, I did
Okay.
two tournaments now. I did one without the headphones, and then I did another one, but I like just came back from a like an 8 hour trip, and then I went to the tournament. I was like, I should not have done this. Anyways, but um,
Okay.
without
So
the
like,
headphones, sorry.
what makes you say that? Because like you said, you like were back from an 8 hour trip. So did you find that you were just very tired doing it? Like what happened exactly?
Well, the second time, a lot of the problems, I guess, is um, if I hear like, I guess like I hear a slight noise without the headphones. I mentioned that I take a look back or something, or like, I hear it. Sometimes I get do like a slight flinch or something. But I'm trying to think specifically. Not sure. Um, I don't
Okay.
know. I have short term memory. My bad.
No, it's
uh,
okay. It's okay. But basically, so let's focus on the one that you remember let's focus on the one where you played without the headphones. So you said that you use the music to help you establish a rhythm. Um, so I guess my question there would be is like, what are the benefits you find aside from focus? Are there any other benefits you notice that come from establishing that rhythm?
um, yeah. Usually when I play, I put more faster play pace music. So, for some reason, I can do a lot more of my like basic chains a lot more fluently. Or if I get sort of anxiety, I guess, while playing,
Mm-hmm.
when like in a like a tight situation, when I have music, I'm usually able to ig- kind of ignore that feeling and just focus on playing and having the music in my ears to like keep me at least distracted from my anxiety a bit to keep my fingers moving the way they're supposed to, because you get anxiety or like you get more stressed out when low stocks last game, you're gonna mess up a lot of your basic stuff, but
Okay.
with the headphones, it does help a lot more for me to just at least ignore it a bit
Okay.
for the duration. Yeah.
So,
Um,
if you had a way of like addressing the anxiety as it came up without the headphones, do you think that would be helpful? Do you think that would make a difference in terms of like whether or not you'd be able to play without, or do you think that you'd still find playing with headphones more effective overall?
I definitely think for now it would be obviously, but I think if I were able to have a method, I couldn't say if it would be more better or at least equal to having headphones. I'd have to try it, I guess, first.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, yeah. That.
All right, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share my screen in a moment, and I want you to, and just like, you can hear the sound obviously coming through Discord right now, but when I open this, I want you to confirm, can you hear the sounds of the game as well? I'm going to turn the volume up as well, just so that we have a bit more. Like,
yeah,
can you?
That's good.
Okay, cool. So let's just use Falco here for a second. We'll use Sheik, sure. Actually, let's go to a platform level. So, you can hear things. Like, you can hear what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So, the reason I'm a fan of audio cues is I want you to just listen to the things going on and tell me some of the things you notice. So what were some of the things that you heard while I was playing there?
Every time Falco jumps, there's like a slight whip kind of sound.
Yeah.
I noticed that immediately. Obviously the lasers, different timings.
Can you? And there's a sound when I
But,
hit versus miss, isn't there?
Oh yeah, there is.
Which is probably really useful for take laser strategies.
That's true.
Right? So like there's a lot of things that come up in this game that like sound helps us with, isn't there?
Yeah, I see what you mean already. I saw you doing the weak hits, and they're very distinct from the heavy ones.
Yeah, like these ones have a thud to them. Whereas these ones don't. Which probably gives us information about like how much knockback we're taking. Before we even know what hit us, we have an idea of like how much power there was. Isn't that cool?
That is definitely. I guess I just zoned it out.
Yeah. But do you see like how like another useful one? Marth. So there's a rhythm to his sword swings. Listen. So you could know from just like listening to him as he when he enters the air whether he can double fair or not. See what I mean? Because he makes that little gasp when he jumps too. So if the swing comes too late after it, you know he can't double fair unless he double jumps. See what I mean?
What the? Yeah.
And you know that two
Like a
together,
rhythm.
yeah, and two of these swings together really tightly means he nared. See, there's a lot of information that you can get from opening your ears. There's even a sound with dash dancing. See what I mean? Over her with the back airs.
Yeah.
Right? Because these ones are fast, but then these ones are slower. So you know that on the second one, she's descending. Whereas on the first one, she's rising. Right? I heard something. What did you say?
I'm trying to hear. I guess the. Could you do a falling bear? There's not a difference, right? I'm not. Okay. Wait, is there? Oh, there is. Okay. Wait.
You know she's falling because there's time between the back ears.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
But if she does them quickly... See what I mean?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yes.
And like this one, like this down air thing, right? That has a sound to it too. Like there's a lot of sounds in this game that we don't even notice are there, but like actually tell us a lot about what's going on. Here's what I'm curious to try. Tell me if you're up for it. I want to throw you into into a couple of games of unranked, and I want you to point out things that you notice while you're playing. Now that we've because you'll notice that some characters make sounds when they do their jump squats. You'll notice that some characters make sounds when they do their specials. Almost every character makes sounds when they do their specials, actually. Lots of jumps, like double jumps. Lots of dashes. You know, there's sounds on a lot of things. I just kind of want to see what you think. Now that you have a better idea of what to look for, I want to just see what you notice as you're playing.
I will try.
Sounds good.
Let me switch my losses.
Perfect. I've sent you my spectator code. Have you done spectator code before?
Oh, I have not.
Okay, that's okay. In Slippy Launcher, it'll be the third tab. So you'll have play, then you'll have home, then you'll have replays.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yep.
Start.
And then there'll be a start broadcast, confirm. You'll use the code I sent you. And then you just and then you just launch the game if it's not launched already.
Okay. I actually don't have a vanilla melee, so it might crash, but we'll.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, you can share through screen share, right? In Discord.
Yeah. It should be good. There we go.
Yep, and I see this. Perfect. And now just let me know when you're in a match.
Should I do unranked or ranked?
Let's do unranked to start. We're learning a new skill.
Okay. Oh wait, let me turn up.
Yep, because we'll need some volume for this.
That should be good.
Cool. So we're fighting Fox Ditto. Let's go. Ooh, fancy. So remember, we're trying to listen to the game, to the sounds of the game, and what we notice that it tells us. Things like when we grab the edge, what happens? There's a sound when we grab the edge. There's a sound when we shine. There's a sound when they shine. When we hit a strong move versus a weak hit. That'll be different. The sound of a laser, the sound of a shine reflecting something versus the sound of a shine hitting someone. Like, all of that is information we can use. The goal is not, like, and we're not trying to, like, do anything specific with it. We're just trying to, like, take it in. If you think you can do something with it because you're an overachiever, then, like, you know, go for it. But the point, that's not necessary at this point. We're just trying to, like, understand, like, what the game tells us. What are you noticing while you're playing?
I'm trying to notice his dashing right now. I'm trying to see, I guess, a rhythm. I'm like trying to wait it out a bit to see how it feels, I guess, against Fox right now.
Okay. While also trying to overkill him by like 5 shines, of course. It's important to have fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's unranked. I don't like killing them.
How merciful.
It's just funny. Oh shit.
Very nice. I appreciate that you killed him there. He like considered it. He's like, do I kill this person? I think dashes are a pretty subtle thing to listen for. Try listening to some of the other things he does. Like, I would say that shines, lasers, and wave dashes are a good thing to listen for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Yeah, like, we don't want to focus on one particular thing. The whole idea right now, though, is like we're taking in whatever we hear. We're just kind of like, actually, this is a good character for us, if they're present, because they make sounds when they wave dash. Really, they make sounds when they jump.
A lot of sounds.
Yeah, they're kind of like Luigi. How do you find this matchup in general? Ooh, nice back airs. Ooh. I like those jabs. These wave dash jabs.
Thank you, thank you.
You look very comfortable against them.
I didn't expect that. Right.
Yeah, so what are you noticing, like, as you're fighting them with the sounds?
I'm really focused right now for some reason on, like, on. He's not doing a lot of aerials right now. He's trying to stay a lot more grounded. But when he's been doing like aerials, I've been trying to listen for like if I can tell like what aerial he does.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
yeah, it does.
He was doing fairs, and I was trying to hear it and figure out like, oh, can I hear it in time to like recognize like, oh, this guy's doing a fair, or I can like punish it or something like that.
But you said that you
But
were very focused, right? Like, you were very focused on what was happening in the game?
oh, yes, I was actually.
Yeah, because I can tell, because I've actually been asking you a few questions. You haven't answered them, so I figured you were locked in.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
was.
missed, like, 2 questions. And, like, that's... No, this is a good thing, I think. Because, like, you were saying that you're not sure, like... You're not sure how to lock in with sound, and I'm thinking that you maybe need, like, maybe there's value in, like, finding things for you to focus on that you can, like, that help you stay appraised of what's going on, that are more interesting to you than the side conversations. Do you see what I mean?
I see what you mean. Yeah, that's that's interesting. Yeah.
Because I think that your problem is not that you can't focus. It's just that like you seem to focus on whatever you feel like focusing on, and that's like for better or worse. Like whatever it is that happens to have your attention, it seems that like that's what you want to place your focus on, and that's okay. Like I can work with that, but like it means that we need to figure out what the things that interest you are.
Okay. That makes sense actually. that does make sense.
Yeah, and again, like
I do notice. Sorry. I do notice when, like, whenever I think I might lose, I stop focusing on like, I guess like winning or trying to win the game, and I like start listening more to the crowd, and then it like unfocuses me more and more, and then eventually it's like, well, I get too far behind. And I'm like, all right, what am I doing? But it's already a little too late sometimes.
that makes sense. It's almost like you're looking for relief from like the situation you're in.
We got there.
That's actually that's actually very common in general, to be honest. like wanting relief from like the stress of the situation that's like not going our way. Do you feel that you have any of that pressure right now against this player? Or do you think it's like you're basically like fine?
I think I think I'm pretty much fine against this person right now. Um, maybe not right now, last stock, but
Okay, so like no. Right now, if you're saying not on last stock, that's fine. So what is the sensation you're having? Like, is it that you're like anxious? Like, are you what's going on?
um, my I guess whenever I get into like a situation like that, heart beat faster, and then I start focusing on like don't get hit by this one thing instead of trying to counterplay. I just focus on like especially against what these ices right now. I thought, oh, don't get grabbed, and then I ended up getting grabbed anyways. But that was like the main focus of mine, and then I messed up instead of like trying to, I guess, put up a defensive game. So just focusing on one thing.
Okay, so do you want to know something cool about the brain?
Okay.
So,
Yes.
so fear and excitement are actually produced in the same area of the brain through the exact same mechanisms. So one of my favorite quotes on that phenomenon is fear is excitement without the breath. Because it's the same things, the same neurological functions that could produce one also produce the other. It's just that like we usually only hold our breath during one of them. So what I would say here is like this is like what I would suggest is that like if you know, when you're in that like tense situation, put a little bit of focus onto like breathing through it, and remember that like the anxiety comes because you are invested in this. But that also means that like it's kind of exciting because that means that you have the opportunity to turn this around. Whether you do or not, like, you know, it's kind of immaterial. You have the opportunity. The potential is there. And so like let's lean into let's breathe and lean into that. Like, you obviously know what you're doing. Like, you don't have the ability to, like, toy with, like, that other Fox player for, like, 18 interactions and still win a game without knowing something of what you're doing. So, let's lean into this. So, I'm going to count on you to breathe, starting now. And, like, yeah, if you notice that that the feeling that comes up, then I'm going to count on you to keep doing it. Alright, they got us, but I will say that you played the stock prior to that one his stock prior extremely well.
Oh, he left. I was trying to think that move.
It's okay. But how did you feel breathing? Like, where did you breathe through that one?
Yes, I did. I was during the stock right before the last one. Yes, I was, and the last one, but
He happened to get us. He had respawn advantage. Like, it happens. But you did play that like his second last stock extremely well. How did it feel to do that?
It helped. Instead of, I guess, getting that anxiety that I get, it helped to at least think about the situations I was putting myself in a little bit more.
Yeah.
So at least that did help.
Yeah, and like we don't want to think about it too much. Like, again, this is a very physical game. We need to be going quickly. So like there's like a point. I think that thinking has diminishing returns in this game. Like, there's a point at which it's no longer helpful for us to be thinking further. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of this game is kind of instinct. because
Hell yeah, it
you
is.
you see a move and you're like, all right, I got these 2 moves or 3, whatever, and I'm like, all right, this is what's gonna punish this, and but I think yeah, no, that's it actually. Yeah, I think it's instinct too.
Well, hell yeah,
Yeah,
it's instinct. What we are doing
yeah,
a lot of the time when we're playing is training our instincts to be better. Like we're training our instincts to be more capable, so that of like handling the problems that our opponents might present to us. We're learning to be more flexible. We're learning to be, like prioritize things more accurately. It's a lot of work. That's why this game is hard, but it's also why it's so
very true.
rewarding in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Yeah. So with that in mind, let's do something a little bit now that we have the breathing thing. I'm thinking like how would you feel about upping the difficulty slightly?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay, let's hop into ranked then.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's get this.
Yeah. And so far so good. Do you find that what we're doing is like helpful? Is this like aligned with what you were hoping to get out of this?
Yeah, this is helping a lot. Yeah. I think for for now I'm definitely just gonna start focusing more on like what sounds I can pick up on during the games.
Mm-hmm.
When I do friendlies with all my friends, I'm gonna try to focus on those more. Uh, and they're definitely during tournament. I'm gonna keep playing without headphones so I can focus on, I guess, getting accustomed to it.
Mm-hmm. And you can see that like there's a real benefit to like having those sounds because they give us a way they give us information that we can use to help formulate our game plan, which means that like our breathing, like what the breathing is doing is helping us stay locked in on one level. But like it doesn't work if we don't have enough information to like give our brain what it needs to solve the problem. So like the sounds help us in that regard.
Press OP.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Very nicely done.
Ah.
All right, remember, we gotta breathe when, like, if we're getting that feeling, we gotta breathe. I saw that smash the eye. You wanted to live.
I know. I always do it even when I'm gonna die. It's pretty funny.
I think it's a good practice. Like, if you're gonna, like, why give up, right?
Exactly. That's my thought. That's my thoughts.
I mean,
I think once it actually worked on a forward smash, and I was at like 90, and I yied it really hard.
Hell yeah, and you don't get those like, we don't know if he's gonna do the right play or not. And all we know is that like this is our out if he does something wrong, and if we're wrong, we're wrong. Like, you know what?
Mm.
Nicely done. Good coverage. You followed him through the different spots he could go really effectively. Ooh, tricky. Sneaky angle. Just went like barely like went around, like you managed to just go around his like runoff knee, like his whizzy knee.
Yeah. Oh.
Sometimes I find that like with the breathing thing, I'm most likely to do it when I'm up a lot. Like especially against in matchups where it's like a comfort zone matchup, I find that it's actually really useful sometimes when I'm starting to feel myself. Cuz like that's when I can like that like I feel like cockiness, like excitement can turn to arrogance like really easily if I don't like control myself.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try that out. Or
Yeah, just take it like check in with yourself. Do you think that might be happening right now? And if so, we'll take a breath.
okay.
Like we'll take a few breaths and like kind of like lock back in. It's all good. Because it's like the thing is like it happening is not the problem. It's happening and it like going unchecked. That's the problem. Like us not managing it in a timely fashion or effectively. That's the problem. It's not it's not whether or not it happens.
I don't
Yeah.
think maybe that is. I haven't noticed that too much when well, actually, no. When I play Falco, I guess I do tend to get a lot more comfortable when I'm up, and then I relax a bit, and then my cousin, he plays Falco. He sometimes comes back on me, and I'm like, why did I stop playing? I guess, and or start playing in a different way than how I was when I was equal terms with him.
You know, like why did I let up, right?
Yeah, why did I let up? Yeah. Don't.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Well, that was unfair.
That happened yet. Alright, let's take a breath. Make sure that we're focusing on that, and like this will just, you know, we'll walk. We'll figure this out. Do our best. Ooh, great shine timing. Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, he keeps up airing when we go around him.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
didn't think I'd. Yeah.
so like the biggest thing I noticed there is that like when you're trying to edgeguard him or pressure him at the edge, you usually jump around him, like to try to like fall on him with back air, which normally is like a pretty good idea against like a typical character, but against Falcon, like his up air is so fucking big that he just keeps like kind of like clipping you out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. That did happen a lot. I had to keep coming back from something or some move that kept pushing me out of his box, I guess.
Yeah, so like in that spot, like what could we do as an alternative against that kind of tactic? What's something that we could do instead? Because like normally, if we were fighting like a Falco or something, like or a Peach or whatever, like that could be really good. But like against like Marth, Falcon, Ganondorf to some degree, like it's really not really where we want to be, right? So like, what would work better there?
I guess it does depend if they're for me. It depends if they're below the platform or not. If they're not,
Well, they're on the ledge.
no, okay, they're on the ledge. Instead of doing back air,
Maybe we like
I don't
keep our
think he was
maybe we keep our
my-
distance a little bit, right?
okay. Yeah, it's just hold middle, I guess, right?
Yeah, like bait him. Like maybe we jump
Yeah.
into a spot that looks like he can get us there, but like we pull away.
Okay. So okay, I see. Just try to do a little bit more, I guess, bait them towards middle stage to where I have more, I guess, options instead of trying to hit them back off when they're just
Well,
trying
I
to
mean, like
cover.
we're still hitting him back
Oh,
off. Like we might even
yeah.
still back air him, but like we want to be like a little bit. We want to play around his up air zone, basically
Okay.
a little bit more.
So give them like a little, give the up air respect, basically. Like,
Yeah, why not,
Yeah.
right? Like it's a giant invincible up air. Like we probably can't beat that. It's invincible,
Yeah.
so.
That is, yeah. When I play, or my other Falcon buddy, I definitely get hit by up airs a lot. That is, I guess, I always forget not to do back air. I think I need to do a little more, I guess, bait options, where like more dashbacks to like catch them coming in with like a nair.
Or drift.
But I
or-
also haven't been catching nairs a lot. I kind of have just been letting him get the nairs out, and I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah.
I think,
Well,
yeah.
you know, one problem at a time. Like lead chop up air. Like I'm not even saying we
Lead
don't
chop
back
up air.
air. It's just that like you know maybe we just have to like play. We have to give the up air more respect. Like lead chop up air is like like Falcon's up air is his best move. Like it's his best move by a mile. It's so good. It like beats entire characters by itself. Fox is not one of them, but like it does. We still have to respect the best up air in the game.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'll keep that in mind. When
Hell
I
yeah.
see a Falcon at ledge, because I definitely do forget about it. I think I'm not totally comfortable edge guarding Falcon sometimes. If they have like really good, drift, it's a little hard. But I think it's more of that ledge plays that the Falcons have that I'm very unfamiliar with. So I'll keep that up there in mind.
Yeah.
At the wait.
I mean, like, if you want, we can take some time to kind of address edge guarding Falcon. Alternatively, we can queue another rank set and continue working on like the breathing things and like listening to the game that we're doing here. It's ultimately your call. Like, what do you think would be most productive?
I think it's more productive to just play another game and focus on the breathing, because I do think just with that last like stock I had, and I was able to get at least 2. The
Yeah.
breathing was helping, but at that after I got to that third stock, I was like, oh my, this breathing it's not enough at this point.
Why
was starting to become- it was too much. I'm like, oh my god, no, I need to I need to win.
Yeah. So like when that thought arises, like what's something we can tell ourselves when that thought arises? How can we like manage that that jump in? Because like yeah, you're right. The intensity does tick up when we're suddenly at the finish line, right?
Yeah.
But are we really at the finish line yet?
No, definitely not.
Okay, and like, do you think that we can tell ourselves that in a gentle way that doesn't put ourselves down, because we don't want to do that, but like maybe reminds ourselves of the reality of our situation.
I will figure something. I could keep it simple and be like, it's not done yet.
I fucking love that.
Right? Like, something simple, I guess. Right?
Yeah, like it's not over yet. Like we're close, but we're not done yet. Like let's breathe, let's stay locked in. Like we can do this. Something like that. I see nothing wrong with that.
I will try that if it happens again right now.
Hell yeah, let's queue.
I am a lower stock fella.
You know what? And that's okay.
Yeah. I have SD in my name because I used to SD a lot.
I mean, my name is my tag is named after a Kirby like stock trade, so.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's the up throw Kirby side.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, so I mean, like I know I have a vague, you know, I don't know exactly where you're coming from, but I have a vague idea what it's like to play with few stocks. Ooh, good sequencing. I like how you where you placed her at B. I think we're trying to call him out a little too hard.
Yeah.
Is that we had Falco in the corner and we full hop back here to try to hit him going to the platform, but no. I feel like if we're already like right next to him, we already have the advantage of the faster jump squat. You know what I mean? Like I don't think we have to call him out quite as much. We can just kind of cover options at that point because we're quick. Ooh, that was gross. I liked it. That's what I'm here for.
I got stuck.
That back air is genius. Oh my god.
Robin?
The back air you did out of that shine stun was so smart. Holy crap. The way you made him fall on it was actually so good. Holy crap. Oh my god.
I didn't think it hit him so far out. I was like
But you had to protect yourself. You had to protect yourself because you can't just let him hit you for free. Shine stalls you in the air in a bad spot, in a bad way. That makes so much sense. Oh my god, that's actually so smart. Good shit. That was a good play.
Thanks, sir.
Like, damn. Interesting. So you wanted him on stage there, right?
I wanted to hit him closer than that, I guess.
I see.
Oh.
He's kind of running away with us. We gotta lock back in.
Okay, 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 okay.
It's okay. We can't doubt the locking in just because he defends, or like we mess up like a combo, or like he defends properly. We can't know. Which is all we can do is just like do our best.
All right. Okay.
All right, so you got us.
Oops.
Out of sight, out of mind, right?
That's very true, very true. The guy.
He fights with honor. But he plays Falco. Curious. Ooh, smashed the eye. I saw that. That kept you alive. Oh my god, that's game.
Oh, there we go.
So, we have 5 minutes left. Talk to me. How did you find those games? How did you find that set went? What did you like? And yeah, like what did you pick up on from like A, were you able to apply any of the things we talked about? Because I think you did, but like I want to get it from you. And yeah, like how do you feel those games went?
I think the breathing helped the most so far. Just the most simple thing. It did help. That last stock, I will say, I was forgetting, and then, yeah, I started getting a lot anxious because I started forgetting. But during the games, I was trying to focus on the sounds to help me focus in on the game, and it was helping a lot because it made me be really aware of at least one thing. Like when I was playing against the Falco right now, when you told me about the lasers from earlier, I was like, all right, is there a situation where I can hear that this laser's gonna hit me and I can move out of it and at least get to safety? It worked like once where I noticed it from sound instead of visual.
Was that the one where you shined the double lasers near the top of the fountain?
That one I do because he was just lasering a lot. That one was just more instinct. It was one where I was able to hear it, and instead of doing like a move right after, I rolled away. Because I feel like he was a pretty good option because he was lasering a lot in one place instead of like chasing me from the laser. So I was trying to see if I were to get lasered in like a pretty bad spot, if I was able to hear the sound and then roll away immediately. And it kind of worked. I accidentally spot dodged first and he didn't do anything to it. So I was like, all right, roll away after he hit me with like the second one. So I like caught onto it, messed up, but then still fixed it. So I was fine. But there was that.
So it sounds like you're getting used. Like it sounds like this will take some like more. It'll take some time to like build the familiarity with it. It makes sense that like you spot dodged because the thing about audio cues is that they do happen faster than visual cues. So like if you're applying a similar timing schema to like how you're doing your like actions, like the ones that you use for like a visual input, like a visual stimulus, to like an audio one, the audio one is going to happen sooner. So like it makes sense that you might like spot dodge if you were trying to like wave dash or something, for example. You know what I mean? Because like you're gonna be like doing the input faster. Audio cues in general are about a third. Like if visual cues happen within about like 14-ish frames, like 13 to 15 frames depending on the person, audio usually happens about 1/3 of the time faster than that. So like there is a pretty substantial difference.
I did not know that. So 1/30th of the time faster?
Yeah, so like 1/3. So 1/3.
I was like 1/30th.
So like 30% faster. So like if one study I read had like 180 milliseconds for like one study I looked at said about 180 milliseconds for like a visual reaction, but for audio reactions it was like 140 to 150 versus 180 to 200. So like it is a pretty significant difference. Like that's huge. Yeah,
that's pretty big. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. Like for comparison, that would be like the difference between 10 frames versus 14, 15 frames.
Okay. Yeah, and I was also trying to listen into the side Bs because I know that people listen to sound specifically when playing against Bases to hear the side B. So I was trying to hear that out for myself, and I was kind of doing it. I was trying.
I think you got some of them, but like it is a difficult reaction if you're not used to it. That said, I do think that we should probably flag that as like something to continue to take away to your game going forward. So edgeguard, edgeguard audio cues, audio cue. react it to the space animals ding noise when they illusion. So bracket side B. You can also do things, I find that, like, I also find it helps with Armada Shine Spikes. Like, I find that, I don't know if, I didn't really see you go for this, but we didn't really fight many Fox Dittos. But, I would say that Edgeguard Audio Q2, yeah, listening for the flames of the, of Fox's B, when timing Armada Shine Spikes. Because, like, those I find, like, are made a lot easier by doing those too, by, like, using that as well.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that the sound actually helped with that one. I actually, when I play Fox players, I think against Fox I might be the worst edge guarder against Fox, because I don't play Foxes too often, which is a little crazy, but there's no Foxes in Vegas. There's only Falcos, Sheiks, and one Marth, and like a Peach. But like, it's like I'm the only Fox for the most part, and then we have some Foxes that like come and go, but they don't come often enough, and I don't play them like ever. So I am a little rusty on those. So I'm gonna look out for the sound on the LP.
You know what? As homework, try the last one in Uncle Punch. Like, try to hit the Armada Shine Spike timing. Like, basically. Like, before he starts moving for his up B, like right before he's about to start moving with his up B, there's a 10 frame window where he's vulnerable.
It's 10 frames? Oh my god, I did not know that.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't know that there's like, you didn't know about that opening?
No, I didn't. Oh my god. This makes a lot of sense. No, alright, so I have to be honest. I don't watch Melee, and I study by myself for the most part, but I don't, I just play the game. Like, I've gotten to where I'm at, where I play the game a lot, and I never really looked at, like, frame data, I guess, and stuff like that.
Okay, so, like, you know how, like, there's a 14 damage hitbox, like, when Fox is moving with his up B?
Yes.
So right before he starts, that hitbox comes out, there's a 10 frame window where he's completely vulnerable. It's after, like, the power up flames, like the flames that he gets, like, wrapped in. It's after those have all finished. So it's a 10 frame gap, and if you want, I'll send you, like, here, I'm gonna send you Fight Core, so you can take a look at that if you haven't seen it already. Fight Core is like a frame data repository. It has all of the it has a lot of information about a lot of the characters in the games and their moves and how they work. So if you ever find yourself stumped or, like, struggling with something, I strongly recommend using that as a resource. But yeah, like, you can see, if you go to the Fox section, you'll be able to, like, you'll be able to toggle through it and see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay?
Okay. I will study that in Uncle Punch.
Amazing. So, with that brings us to our time for tonight. So I'm going to have to call close here. But before I do, I wanted to say I thought this went well. At least from my perspective, I thought this went well. Do you have any feedback for me, or any, like, how did it go for you? And, yeah, do you have any feedback for me before we call it a night?
I thought it was well, too, to be honest. It was a fun lesson, too. I think I don't really get many chances to talk about the game too much, so... just, I guess, figuring out ways for specifically the sound training is pretty cool. I think it's a fun territory for me to explore, and I think you're explaining it pretty well. And showing me that visual at the beginning was pretty nice, because I think it just helps to, like, at least associate that visual cue while I'm training it, at least, to figure out the sound a little bit, for me at least.
Absolutely. So I think that this, I am glad to hear it went well. If you ever want to do this again sometime, let me know. I do have the space. But in the meantime, I'm going to let you go for the night and let you figure this out further. I know you mentioned you don't have Foxes to play against. I strongly urge you, if you find that is, like, a barrier to you, to take advantage of, like, the character discords. Lots of people want to play. And it can be a good way for you to like just kind of get more focused practice. The more focused practice, like Melee Online and like the character discords, can be a good way to get them focused practice when you're trying to work on something. Because like, you know, it's just good to like if we're working on the fox matchup, it is good to be able to fight more foxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's just so many different play styles. I mean, it's like
yeah, I mean, like he can
a little different.
Yeah, he's a do anything character. That's why he's so good. So I'm gonna leave you to it and let you do your thing. But take care. This was lovely, and yeah, have a great rest of your night. Okay.
All right, thank you, KK. I appreciate the lesson.
No problem, Joshua. Take care. Bye.
Take care, man.